Hi everyone, in this episode of How Do You Do That, I'm going to go over some Fusion basics now. So for example here, if you can see, if once we move over to the Fusion page, we can click onto any of the clips in our timeline, and then we can see the basic nodes that are applied to this. Now if you look at a Fusion node, it has two buttons on the bottom here. And so those equate to button 1 and button 2 on your keyboard. So as you can see, if I push button 1, I'll get the left viewer. If I push button 2, I'll get the right viewer. So now what will happen is that if we want to access any of the tools inside Fusion, there's several ways to do this. You can right mouse click and you can add a tool, and then you have all the various tools that are available there. Or you can come up to the effects library here, and then you can access the tools here too. Now another way to do it is if you do shift spacebar, and this will bring up the select tool window, and then you can just type in the first couple of letters that will equate to the name of the tool you want to put in, and then it will give you the options that are come up from there. Okay, so now what happens is, in this situation, we want to do work in 3D. Now when you're working in 3D, as you can see, there are specific tools for 3D here. So what we want to do is we want to have a second picture here, and we'll just offset it into the side of the picture like so. So what we do here is we come over and we look for the appropriate tool that we want to find. So as you can see, we've got text 3Ds, and we have all sorts of other ones that are available here. So let's come up to, and we'll say image plane 3D. This will be good for us here. Drag that tool inside, and then we have to come back to our media pool and then select an appropriate picture that will go into that. So as I say, let's do this one here. We'll bring that in like so, and then come over here and bring it into there. So as you can see, now we have this particular one here, and you can see here the shot that has been put into this plane. Now in this area, you can also manipulate where it's going to happen. You can go over here and change the size, but then you can also come over to the inspector, and as you can see here, here's image plane 3D1, and then at that point I can then come over here and change the X, Y, and Z positioning of that, and then I can also change the rotation, X, Y, and then Z for that as well. And then also what you can do too is if you just want to move it to a certain location, you can come over here like that. And then let's make it a little bit bigger too. Let's move the position like that. Make it like this here. And let's... So what happens now is, now that we've created this, we now need to render it into a 2D environment so that it can be combined with the image that we see here. So what we do next is we come up to our effects library, and then we come over here and we add a 3D renderer into this part. So all we do here is we add that into here. So now the output then can be merged into our 2D environment that we have down here. So now what happens at this point is we need to blend these two together. So what we do here is we come over and add our composite. So this is what we call the, we have a merge tool or a dissolve tool. So we want to use a merge tool for this. Bring that into there like so. And then come out, and then let's bring that in like so. And bring this here like that. So as you can see now, we have our image at this point. and then we can change it here. And maybe let's move it like so. That. And now we have them combined together. So what we would do then is actually we will take our color corrector and just click on it. Automatically places it in this area for me. And then now I can come over here and actually change the color for the other airplane. Okay, so for more tips and tricks such as this, have a look at the other videos on our YouTube channel. And for more information about training services, have a look at the link in the comments below. Thanks a lot.